Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Pauline Fu. In this video, I will present simple annuities deal. So far, we talked about annuity, where payment is made at the end of a payment period. If payment is made at the beginning of each payment period, that is annuity due. Keyword simple means number of payment per year, PY, equal to number of interest conversion period per year. The formula for future value of ordinary simple annuity. If use this one multiplied by 1 plus I, you can get the formula for future value of simple annuity due. The reason is for ordinary simple annuities, payment is made at the end. Annuity due, payment made at the beginning. So there is one payment period difference between the end and the beginning. If you multiply this one payment period, you get the future value for simple annuity due. So remember, the ordinary simple annuity future value is this one here, PMT times 1 plus I raised to power n minus 1 divided by I. And if you multiply by 1 plus I as adjustment for payment at the beginning of period, you get the future value for simple annuities due. So this is a diagram illustrate the difference between ordinary annuity and annuity due. Ordinary, the keyword ordinary means payment is made at the end. So if this point is focal point for now, so at the end of one period here, you make one payment, PMT1. At the end of second period, you make another payment. So this is ordinary annuity. Payment is made at the end. Now, if it is annuity due, the keyword due means payment is made at the beginning of a period. So if this is time now, okay, you make payment right here, the beginning of period 1. Now the beginning of period 2, you make another payment here, etc. For calculator, to convert end mode to begin mode, you use these steps. So second, quit. If nothing is displayed on top right corner of the screen, that means it is at end mode. Right now, I don't see anything here. That means it is end. How do I see BGM, begin mode here? You do this. Second, begin, second, set, second, quit. Now you have BGN on top right corner of your calculator. Okay, so if the calculation is about annuity due, you want to make sure your calculator is set up for BGN mode. The BGN mode and END end mode is like toggle on and off. If you repeat yourself, second, begin, second, set, second, quit, you are at end mode. The begin disappeared. If you repeat yourself again, second, begin, second, set, second, quit, you see the begin mode again. So it is on and off. Okay. This is the calculator. Now let's look at an example. Calculate future value of $100 payment at 6% compounded annually made at the beginning of the year for 4 years. So you have made 4 payments at the beginning of each year for 4 years. So this is the beginning of year 1. You have $100. Beginning of year 2. Beginning of year 3. Beginning of year 4. The question is, what is the future value here? What is the future value at this point? You can use ordinary, the normal compound interest to calculate. For example, if you have $100 now, what would be money be after 4 years? So it would be present value times 1 plus I raised to power n. Okay, the formula is FV equal to PV multiply 1 plus I raised to power n. Use this formula, you calculate $100 at the beginning of 1 year becomes $126.25. Similarly, this $100 here will becomes 100 times 1 plus I raised to power 3, 119, okay, etc. Okay, so then what is the future value here? You add all these 4 numbers together. You get final step, 463.71. Okay, so this is using the regular compound interest. This is the key formula here, future value, present value. The same question, if you use calculator, you need to set up calculator at begin mode, BGN mode. And then you need to set up PY. Okay, PY is 1. 1 year, you make 1 contribution. CY represents number of compounding period. So interest is compounded annually. So CY equal to 1. Okay. So let's use the calculator to do it. So first, make sure it is begin mode. I already have BGN. And then next, set up PY. Second, PY. 1. Enter. Down arrow, okay, CY is 1. Enter. And now second quit. So now 100 is the PMT, negative PMT. 6 is interest. Term is 4. Term N is 4. So you enter the 3 numbers. You need to enter 4 numbers. 0 is PV as precaution to clear any previous entries. Last step, compute FV, and you get this number. Agree with this number here, $463.71. Okay, so this is the calculator method. And if you want to use Excel, you can also use Excel to do it. Just try to adjust my screen. So in Excel, you type in FV represent future value. Rate is 6%. NPER term N is 4. PMT negative 100. PV is 0. Type is 1. 1 means beginning of the period. Payment is made at the beginning of the period. And you get the same number, $463. Okay. So this is the Excel method. You can also use formula. Remember, there's a formula for annuity due. This is the formula, annuity due formula. I is 6% interest. N is 4. PMT is 100. And you figure out the final answer. Okay. If the question asks you another question, how much interest is earned? So remember, you make 4 payments. So each payment is 100. 4 payments is 400. The future value of ordinary simple annuity, we calculated $463.71. The difference is the interest earned. And we did the calculator steps. Okay. So when you have a simple annuity due problem, and if you have a future value is given, you can figure out PMT. This is the formula. Okay, future value is given. You need usually I is given, N is given, so you can calculate PMT. This is formula. And to solve for term N, you can also use formula. And this formula supports future value is given, FV is given. Okay. You can also use the calculator to calculate term N. But before you do calculation, make sure your calculator is at begin mode, BGN, because this is annuity due. And you also need to set up PY and CY. After that, you enter the number. Future value is given. Okay. PMT is given. Interest rate is given. And you have to enter PV. Present value is 0 as precaution. So you see, you enter the 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. Then you can calculate term N. Okay. And for interest, there is no formula for interest. No formula for interest. But you can use a calculator to compute interest. And also you can use Excel rate function to calculate interest. But when you use Excel, you need to do a little bit of work because Excel is based on periodic interest. The question sometimes asks you the nominal interest. Okay. So this is some principles. Okay. For the present value, how do you calculate the present value for simple annuity deal? You can start with the present value for ordinary annuity and then multiply by 1 plus I. Okay. So remember this part is ordinary simple annuities. Ordinary means payment is made at the end. Simple means PY equal to CY. PY represent number of payment per year. CY represent number of interest conversion period per year. And the keyword due means payment is made at the beginning of the period. You use this ordinary simple annuity times multiply 1 plus I, it becomes due, present value. Now let's look at an example. Calculate the present value of payment 2,000 each made at the beginning of every 6 months for 3 consecutive years if money is worth 6% compounded semi-annually. So the question asks you, what is the present value, PV? Okay. And 2,000 is PMT. Term N is 3 years times 2. Why multiply 2? Because the payment is made every 6 months. Means 3 years have 6 months. And the interest is 6% compounded semi-annually. Means CY equal to 2. And you also make payment every 6 months. So 1 year you make 2 payments, PY equal to 2. Okay. So now we can use the calculator, then Excel. Finally, we can use formula, 3 methods to solve present value for simple annuity deal. So start with second quit to clear any previous entries. Make sure your computer is at begin mode, BGN mode. And then set up PY, second PY. PY is 2. Enter. Down arrow key. CY is 2. Enter. Second quit. 2,000 is a negative PMT. 6 is a term N. And the interest is 6%. 6 is also interest. Okay. So you enter the 3 numbers and make sure 0 is FV. You need 4 numbers. Last step, compute PV, present value. Okay. So this is the number we get for calculator. Next, we use Excel. Excel, we need to calculate PV, present value. Rate is 6% compounded annually or semi-annually. NPER is term N, 6, PMT negative 2000, future value 0, type is 1. 1 means began, payment is made at the began. Okay, so we get the same number. And over here, you can see the formula here. Okay. So this is the Excel. So lastly, we want to use the formula. Use formula. So the formula is here. PMT is 2000. Okay. I is periodic interest rate. I equal to 6% divided by 2. So it is 3%, 0.03, that is I. N is term N, 6. Okay, and you plug in all the numbers, you get exactly the same number. Okay. So this is the present value of simple annuities due. And I did calculate already. So when you use solve for N and I, the formula is here, the term N when the present value is given. Present value is given. You can use formula. The other method, you can use calculator, can compute term N. Still another method, use Excel. Excel, you use NPER. Excel use NPER function. Okay. There is no formula for interest I. However, you can use calculator to compute interest. And also you can use Excel rate function. Okay. RATE rate function. Okay. So this is Excel. Okay. Rate function. And also make sure your computer is set up began mode when you calculate the N and the I. Okay. So in summary, what I did in this video, I present concept for simple annuity due. The keyword due means payment is made at the beginning of each payment period. Simple means number of payment per year equal to interest conversion period per year. Okay. And we did some calculations for present value, future value, PMT, term N, and I. Okay. That's all for this video. Thank you so much. I look forward to see you next time.